Hey folks, Dr. Gerstmar from Aspire Natural Health. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you happen to be watching or listening to this, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I am back at home, happy to be home. A lovely trip, time spent with family, time spent unplugged and de-stressing, time spent in nature. Just a good time was had by all, and glad to be back home again. Now, today I want to talk about reframing bad events or contextualizing, putting them in context. So let me share a quick story with you. We got home from our vacation, pulled up, glad to see home, everything looked okay, opened the front door and got hit by a nasty smell. It was an immediate, wait, what's that? First thought that flashed through my mind was, did one of the cats die? Thankfully, nope, there they all were. Everything was okay. Okay, great. What is going on here? Come to find out that sometime early in our vacation, our fridge and freezer failed, no longer making it cold. They all went hot inside. So we had water all over the place from the freezer, all the ice and everything else just melted and water all over the place. And then, of course, all the food inside went rotten, and that was the source of the horrible smell. So, of course, not the way you want to end a vacation, right? You come home just ready to relax and take it easy. Nope. Instead, you have to open up that nasty fridge freezer, clean out all the food, and throw it away, which it's a tremendous waste, right? And then wipe up all the water and take care of it. And then you got to see about either getting the fridge fixed or getting a new fridge, because guess what? Having refrigeration is a great thing. When you don't have it, you recognize what our ancestors went through not having refrigeration around. So a bad thing. Look, and we could let this spoil our vacation. One of the things we remember most is the last thing that happened. So we could let this taint our vacation, like, oh my gosh, it's so terrible, and it's a pain, right? Instead, I chose to actively reframe or contextualize the situation. Look, this doesn't mean don't ignore bad things or say bad things aren't bad. Does having your freezer break down stink? Yeah. Does having to deal with it suck? Yeah. It's a pain, it's an expense, it's a problem that you didn't want to have be there, and it's not great at all. But when we take a moment to say, okay, listen, is this the worst thing in the world that could happen? No. Our house wasn't broken into. Our stuff wasn't stolen. Our house didn't burn down while we were gone. Everyone in the family is safe and healthy. Our cats didn't die. You could go on and on about the bad things that did not happen. Instead, we want to focus on the bad thing that did, so we can contextualize it away and say, look, it stinks, right? And we can deal with it. It's not the end of the world. There are many people who came home from their vacations to much worse events going on. So we can recontextualize a situation. This can also happen when we are sick, when we're dealing with digestive issues or autoimmunity. Again, does it suck? Yeah, it totally sucks, right? Disrupts life, our personal life, our relationships, our work, family, friends, hobbies, activities, all of these things are impacted or can be impacted when we're dealing with significant digestive issues or autoimmunity. And is it bad? Yeah, it's bad. However, we can also contextualize that. There may be a certain area of your life that's really not going so well right now because digestive issues or autoimmunity are getting in the way. But are there little bright spots in other areas of your life where things are still going relatively okay? Great. Let's acknowledge the bad, but also focus on the good. One of the things that can happen when we get sick and when we feel bad is we get into a pity spiral. Everything hurts and it doesn't feel good and everything is terrible and it's all bad, and our vision shrinks down and down and down till we're in this very dark place. Again, this isn't to deny that it's a bad place to be in. But we can also look up. We can take the blinders off. We can look at our situation. Look, you may be in a bad place with your digestive issues or autoimmunity. Unfortunately, there are people in the world that are in an even worse place than that. War and famine and fatal diseases and other nastiness goes to show us that we can choose to be grateful for the positive things. Even when bad stuff is happening in our life, there is still good things to focus on. Like I said, for me, I still had a house to come back to. My family is safe and healthy. There are plenty of other things that are working well. So we'll get this fridge thing taken care of and life will get back to normal. Similarly, your digestive issues, your autoimmunity may be causing big problems in areas of your life. But can you find even one small area where things are going well? Or can you at least focus on how they could be even worse? This helps set us up for a more positive mindset. And since the body and the mind, let's reverse that, the body and the mind and the body are connected to one another. What is going on in one affects what's going on in the other. By working and actively choosing to maintain a more positive mindset, we can maintain a greater degree of health in our body. Can a mindset fix everything? No, of course it can't fix everything, but it can make things better. And even in those instances where it doesn't, by focusing more positively, we can increase our happiness and our quality of life, which at the end of the day is what it's all about anyway. All right, folks, so listen, bad things happen. Are they bad? Yeah, they suck. This isn't to say just ignore it or paper over it or pretend it didn't happen. This is to say, look, we can acknowledge that stuff, the reality of the situation. We can make a plan to deal with that stuff. And we can also recognize that we can choose to focus on the areas of our life that are working well or that are going okay, that bring us joy or happiness, or at the very minimum, if we can't find much that positive that's going on well in our lives, we can choose to realize that it could be worse. We're not on death's door. We're not dealing with some of these other humongous problems that people elsewhere in the world or even in different times in the world have had to deal with. And we can be grateful for those small things. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Listen, if you'd like to surround yourself with more people who are positive, who are choosing to improve their mindset, to heal themselves, or to improve their quality of life dealing with digestive issues or autoimmunity, then I'd like to invite you to join us at the ANH Academy. That's the ANH Academy. It is our private and exclusive, but free, best of all worlds, Facebook group. All you need to do is go to Facebook and type in ANH Academy. A for Aspire, NH for Natural Health, Aspire Natural Health. Just search for ANH Academy. You'll find it there. There are 3 quick, simple, and easy questions. And please make sure you fill out all 3 questions. If you fill out 1 or 2, we're going to send you a message saying, hey, if you don't fill out all 3 questions, we cannot invite you in, welcome you in to have you join us and be part of the group. You need to answer all 3 questions. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Until next time, take care.